Hey guys, it is Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty. I hope you can hear me okay because it's pretty early in the morning as I am recording this vlog, but I just thought I would do a quick, hopefully it will be quick, vlog check-in because this is, as I record this, Thursday, March the 30th, so we're almost completely done with the month of March, and the month of March has definitely been a pretty tough one in my life. It has not been the toughest. I have been through some extremely tough times, definitely in my lifetime, but more explicitly in the past several years, pre-COVID. Okay, so honestly, when COVID hit the land and unfortunately a lot of devastation happened, I actually felt like I had some company. So to be honest with you guys, I wasn't even fearful of that C word because I had already just been through so many other tumultuous things in my life, personally and in my business, that I just was like, you know what? I'm an overcomer. I believe that I'll get through this. And so I'm just really grateful that I got through it, but I'm still dealing with a number of things. So I'm just going to do a quick vlog. I hope you all are doing well. Please excuse I might have a little bit of crusty eyes. I'm just being honest. Just woke up. Sometimes my eyes water at night. So if you have watery eyes, when you wake up, you will have some residue. But I just wanted to do this actually before I even do my thing in the restroom and in the shower and doing my facial routine and all of those different things, because I wanted to come before you all as transparent as possible. So for me, that includes a little bit of crust around the eyes. Just joking, but I'm just being honest because this isn't like something I'm even comfortable doing. I thought about doing a live video, but I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not a live video person. It's just not my comfort zone. Not that I'm afraid of it. I feel like I get distracted sometimes because I might be focusing on things that I really don't need to focus on. And like, for example, is anyone watching? If they are they saying things that might throw me off and I not remember what I was actually going to be talking about and things like that. So anyway, I just decided to record this video. So first, I want to thank you all who are subscribed to my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. I have not been, I should say, as consistent as I would like to be because I've just had so many things going on. For those of you who've seen a few of my vlog videos where I discuss my husband having PTSD, it's really, it's a lot. I don't go into a whole lot of details. One, because because I'm being affected by it, I'm sharing my part of it, but I would never go into it speaking as if I am him because it's not my story to tell. But because I am by proxy being affected by it and he is my husband, I'm just sharing some of the things that I'm experiencing because of his diagnosis. So just to kind of get you caught up on where I have been and what has been going on. I had surgery earlier this month. Actually, I had surgery on the 3rd, and this is my 4th surgery. So to just try to do it really quickly as to why, and this isn't me saying that people should not have their breasts done if they feel like they need to do it, but I've done some videos on my channel, some I haven't posted yet, where I discuss plastic surgery, and I actually was inspired to do it because I have a friend who said, because you've had some experiences with it, you should talk about it, because I do believe that there is an uptick in people getting plastic surgery procedures done, and some people are getting them, a lot of people I believe are getting them done for the wrong reasons. And I can say I'm definitely not perfect, but I believe the reasons that I got these things done for myself, I had really good reasons to do it. I didn't do it because I felt the pressure to do it or because I was just trying to change my look because I was trying to look like a different person or be a different person or anything like that. But I am a smaller framed woman. I had what you would, I guess, say larger breasts as I got into puberty. Even with me being a smaller frame person, it's just something I get from my mom and my grandma. Like, they had larger breasts, so it's just one of those things that I got. I wasn't extremely large where I didn't have like triple G or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like that, but I mean, some people would put a smaller frame or petite frame woman with having A cup or even like a small B, but I didn't. I had large C cups when I was in high school, but I had a child also when I was in high school as well, something I didn't plan to do. And my one and only child completely changed my body. So my breasts were extremely stretched out. So for many years, I dealt with that, even though I had the skin and I once had the volume after having my son, not immediately, but eventually my breasts, they would sag down when I did not have my bra on. So I would have to lift them up, stuff them in my breasts and all of that stuff. And it was extremely uncomfortable for a very long time. So I didn't get a breast lift and augmentation done for vanity reasons. I did it because I wanted to feel good in my skin. And when I say feel good, I'm not talking about feeling good from a sense of looking good, thereby feeling good. No, it hurt. It was uncomfortable. And I dealt with it until my son was over the age of 18. So I dealt with that for a very long time. Anyway, I had the breast lift and augmentation done years ago. I want to say I had it done in 2010. And years after, just started having what they call a capsular contraction. Whenever you have an implant done, it causes a capsule to form, which is normal. It's just the body's normal functioning way of protecting your body from anything that anything your body deems as a foreign object. So with the capsule that forms, it has stages where it can be a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, or not stage, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. Grade 4 is like where it's like really hard. And I years later had formed a capsule. It was just one. And I dealt with it for a lot of years. In 2020, I had reached out to a surgeon that I had some other work done with to see if I could possibly get some help with my breasts. I thought, well, it was over 10 years. Maybe it's time that I get the breast implants replaced, and maybe that's why, I'm having the issue. And he said, well, honestly, that science or that thought or education about replacing your implants every 10 years is an old thought, because the ones that they have been creating over the past 20 or more years, the technology behind them is fine, where you don't have to replace them every 10 years. So we could just do a capsulotomy. And what the capsulotomy was they would go in, break up the capsule, clean the implant, put it back in. And I did that in 2020. And then it was fine. And then it was fine. And then I don't know, maybe 6 months or so after the fact, it just started in the left side, not both. It was just not comfortable. So he said, well, maybe we need to do more than a capsulotomy. Maybe we should do a capsulectomy where I remove the entire capsule. So I did that in 2021, but I also was in a car accident in 2021, the day before I was supposed to have the surgery, and my breast got hit by the airbag because my car was totaled. I was in a pretty, bad car accident. thankfully I was able to walk away, but it could have been a whole lot worse. I just believe that God was covering and protecting me. That's what I believe. So, but I was definitely hit by the airbag, and I had a little burn mark on my chest. But anyway, still had the surgery, had the breast implant replaced, the capsulotomy where it was a capsulectomy where the capsule was removed, taken out, and all of that, and new implant replaced. And then I had it was great. I mean, I felt like it was really soft and it felt fine. And then months after, it just was getting uncomfortable again, just the one. So, doing my follow-ups with the surgeon, he was just like, I don't know, like, what's going on, why it's doing this, but there is a warranty on the implant. We'll just replace that implant. And so I did that in 2022. And it felt great. Again, I was feeling fine. And then months after, the feeling wasn't as soft as he would have liked it to have been. And even for me, I ultimately was like, yeah, this is not as soft as I was hoping it was going to be. And it honestly is getting to the point where it's, uncomfortable at times. So we decided, well, not we, but just in doing his research and doing things, he decided, let's go in, let's replace the implant. Again, warranty on the implant. Remove the capsule, clean out the area completely, and also he had done the research where sometimes putting a mesh in the breast area where you're doing the implant can help prevent capsular contraction from happening again. So I did that surgery on March the 3rd. So this is my 4th breast surgery in 4 years, and it has been a rough go in terms of my recovery period, because in my mind I was thinking, okay, a couple of days I'll be down, I'll be up, back at it, getting things done again. But I really was not feeling the best in terms of my energy level. I feel like the anesthesia was still working its way through my body, because I don't even remember leaving the surgery center and coming home. I do remember coming up the stairs in my house and getting into bed. But and I even did some work on my laptop the day after for the business. Honestly, I had no choice. I had some stuff that I had to do. And but this is week three that I've had since I've had the procedure, and going on week 4, officially I believe tomorrow. It really has been a rough month. Not only that, I have had, my husband has had some episodes with his PTSD that has really affected him. Thereby, it has really, really, really affected me, and also trying to recover and get back to a place of working the way I would regularly be working on my business and working in my business, and just other projects and things that I had been planning and working on. I just could not get back to it. I really was not feeling well. And then I also, I believe, was just dealing with a lot of things with just feeling some depression because of things that my husband was dealing with, and I also was dealing with too, with the episodes of things that he had been experiencing. Just, I'm not going to go into details, guys, but when I tell you I cried a lot, I cried a lot. And I'm just, I'm just grateful that I'm just here to even say that I have been going through these things, but I'm still here, because honestly, everybody is going through something on some level. There's just been a lot of tragic things going on. There was recently another unfortunate mass shooting at a school that just, yeah, I don't even want to go down that road, but it's just been so many sad situations that have been happening that have just really not been helping me feel, any better about um, what I've been going through. But it, when I see other people going through things, even though I know I'm going through things, it kind of helps me to take my mind off of what I'm going through. So I've just been taking it day by day, trying to not beat myself up about not creating content, not posting on social media. Honestly, guys, I have social media, and sometimes I feel the pressure. Oh, I've got to post something. I've got to put something here. I've got to put something on Instagram. I've got to put something on, whatever, LinkedIn. I got to post a YouTube video, whatever. But it's honestly like I have these platforms, but they don't have me. And so when I say that, I mean I'm not an influencer. I'm a business owner. I'm a wife. I'm, a mom, not of a little kid, but I'm a mother. And I'm a woman who's been going through a lot of things, and I have to focus on myself so that I can heal. So it's helped me to not be so hard on myself and not beat myself up because I haven't been consistent in the areas that I would desire to be consistent. But it's not my bread and butter, so it's just like, I have to focus on what's most important. And for me, my business, I have had to make some changes recently in the past month. I have had to make changes in my management positions, and I've been reading a lot of stories about Twitter and just other businesses that have had to make layoffs and all of those different things, for the sake of the business, because of how things have been changing in the economy and having to make pivots and stuff like that. And I definitely don't have a business the size of Twitter or Apple or, these other businesses that are having layoffs. But having the size business that I do have, where, I do have a small business, for me, when I have to let people go, it's a little bit more emotional, even though it really shouldn't be, because it's a business decision. It's not personal, because anyone that I bring on board to work in my business, I'm bringing on board to achieve a goal. And if things are changing and also we're not reaching those goals that we were supposed to be doing, then I have to make changes and I have to do things differently. But because I also was preparing to go into surgery, and I also had my husband and his mental, health state of suffering from PTSD, and still waiting for the assistance to get him the support and the treatment that he needs, it has really been rough. And so I have been a bit emotional when I've had to let someone go and do what I have to do for the sake of my business and also for the sake of myself. And so I was dealing with that while I was in recovery as well, feeling sad about the decisions that I had to make. And grateful that people, at least to my knowledge, didn't take it personally. But I know how it feels because I've been there before too. I've been an employee before. I've been laid off before. I've been terminated before, and I didn't deserve it. I've been there. But looking back on those things now, a lot of those situations are actually for my good. It propelled me into my position of being a business owner, but also having those experiences before as well. It's helped me to not be uncaring when I have had to make those decisions to terminate people or lay people off or let people go, because I have a heart and I know that they have their own personal responsibilities and things that they have to handle and take care of. And at the end of it all, people are taking on positions to get a paycheck. They're doing the work to get paid. They're not doing the work to volunteer. I haven't had any volunteers that have worked for my business. Everyone that's worked in my business over the years has gotten paid. And so those are thoughts that I have about things like that, And so I'm last week, actually, I traveled with my husband, and it was regarding his PTSD. We didn't get what we asked for in terms of the support for the treatment that he needs. Not anything close to it, but I'm grateful that there will be some treatment happening soon. So unfortunately, I have to wait on that again. So hopefully within the next month or two, that will be that will begin, and really thankful for that. But we had to travel to New Orleans, for that. So I went with him. I was still uncomfortable, still a couple of weeks out from having my surgery, and I hadn't flown since February 2020. So I haven't flown since before the pandemic. So that was definitely different. Flew to New Orleans. I hadn't been to New Orleans. I've only been there once, but it was not a pleasure trip. So we didn't go around and Bourbon Street and Canal Street and go to eat beignets and all the other stuff. So I didn't blog that trip, because again, it wasn't a pleasure trip. And I went with high hopes and praying and just believing that things are going to work out. And again, ultimately, even though it may not have worked out the way that I was wanting it to, I believe that it's going to work out the way eventually that I am asking for. So, because sometimes you don't get everything you want when you want it, but if you're smart about it and like I'm planning to do, getting him into, treatment and getting him the support that he needs regularly, I believe it'll really help him and it'll help me, because I just have never seen anything like it. I even have said sometimes, like, God, this person, I love him and we have been together since high school, and this is not the person that I know. And it's a lot of memory situations where he won't remember things, and I may have just said something and then he'll ask me again as if I never, as if I didn't just tell him what I had just said. And it's real. It's not made up. It's not fictional. That's just a couple of examples. And it's really hard to see that and experience that. But that's just a couple of things. I'm not going into and diving into all of the details of everything that I have been experiencing. With him in this situation, my husband is not on social media. I don't have a couples channel or couples platform. I don't showcase my relationship on social media. That's just not what I do. That's not what my platform is about. But I'm just sharing a little bit of my life to kind of let you guys know some of the things that I've been experiencing in that area, as well as some of the things that I've been going through in my own body with my own health. And, it's definitely played a toll on my mental health as well. I've been checking in more frequently with my therapist. I've even gone to church a few times, more in person, because I normally would, do it online, and I've done that for years, actually since 2011, pre-COVID. So that wasn't anything even new to me, and that's just for me. It helps me and helps to keep me going, and the encouragement and support that is really important for me to be able to help other people. Because I have employees and I've had to step up more in that role because of positions that I've had to eliminate in the meantime. So I've had to, step up more in as the owner of the business, but step up more in that management arena. But also I believe it's been beneficial because I'm having more conversations with my team members now than I have been in the past several years, and it's just opened up my eyes to a lot of things that I probably could have done differently, things that should have been done that were not done. When I had people in the position to perform that, just like hindsight being 2020, and it's like, man, that was a lost opportunity, or why didn't this happen and this happened and whatever. And ultimately all I can really be upset with is who I can only really be upset with is myself, because if I hire someone to do a job and I'm not keeping them accountable in that position and I'm keeping them employed, then yeah, they're going to keep getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, you have to put a check on it. And I just wasn't doing that. But I also believe one of the reasons why I wasn't really doing that was because of depressing things that I was experiencing over the past several years because of blows that I had experienced and things that I had gone through where it just really hurt me. And so I'll be writing a book about that. I've said that a number of times before and I just haven't finished it, but I believe one of the reasons why I haven't finished the book yet is because there were other things that I was going to experience that needed to be in this book. So I've been doing it on my own. I may get someone to help me to just get this thing completed and finished up and move forward with it. But yeah, it's been a tumultuous past several years, and anything else that I do moving forward, whether it's on this YouTube channel, whether it's on, I don't know, Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok or whatever, I just want to be authentically myself. And for some people that may sound like, oh, that's no big deal, it's easy, like, why do you even need to say that? Everybody should be real on social media. I'm not saying I've ever been fake on social media, but a person who deals with the perfectionist problem, the imposter syndrome, and all of those different things that I have experienced and dealt with in my adult life and in my career, that it's caused me to, when I do create content, to just second guess a lot and not really share. I'm not going to overshare, and I'm not going to become an open book like some people say that they are, because I am more of a diary. But when I do talk about things or when I do create content, I'm just going to not really put so much effort into thinking about, well, how is this going to be perceived, or how would people think about this if I said this or if I did that. That's more so of what I have been doing when it comes to either creating content, sharing it, or whatever. I just can't live my life like that anymore, because honestly, I just don't have the mental capacity or the energy to put into it, because not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to follow you, which I don't ask people to follow me. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. If you hit a follow button on any other platform I'm on, I just see it as you're just a part of the journey. You're not following me, because I honestly don't want anyone following me, because I think that's kind of like a stalker. And I don't know anyone that really wants to have a stalker, because I think stalkers more so follow people. I don't want anyone to stalk me or follow me. But if you have something in common with me, or something that you may be able to relate to, or anything like that, then yeah, join me on the journey by hitting the subscribe button or hitting that like button or that follow button. But I wish they would change that word, because I don't like the word follow, if you get my drift. That's where I'm just trying to get to. But anyway, guys, this month I'm feeling better. I'm still not 100% completely recovered and healed yet. I'm claiming it, but I'm taking everything day by day. I haven't started working out yet again. I have to be careful. I had my 3-week follow-up appointment yesterday, and he said that things are looking good. Still be careful. You can try to slowly start back some of your normal activities, but still be careful. So I may begin next week working out again, lower body. I'm not doing anything upper body yet, because I'm just trying to be 100% careful when it comes to that. I mean, I literally just started lying down on my side about a day ago. The first couple of days, oh my God, I should have been sleeping in the recliner, and either downstairs or in the loft area, because I made the mistake of sitting up in my bed, because you can't lay down. So I was sitting up in my bed trying to sleep. I had my airplane neck pillow around my neck, and I was just sitting up. My back and my butt hurt so much after those first couple of days that honestly I couldn't even feel the pain of my breast area, because all of my, I believe, nerve endings and it was focused on my back and my butt, because it hurt so much from just sitting up in this bed. And that actually made me realize that I need to get another mattress. So that's probably something that's going to be on the list of things to do in the next couple of months, because that was painful. And so I got some relief and comfort sleeping in the recliner. My husband and I, we have he has his own bedroom, even though he, honestly guys, I did a video before where I talked about how my husband and I, we sleep in separate bedrooms. That's more so something that I wanted to do because of the fact that he is he deals with PTSD. For a lot of years he'd worked overseas, so a lot of times he would be up at night while I'm trying to sleep. He has some sleep apnea, so the snoring gets really, really, really loud, and I just can't really focus and sleep. And a feather could drop on the ground, guys, and I would wake up. So I really did that for the sake of me being able to get rest and him being able to move about and watch TV or watch something on YouTube or you know, whatever, without having to disturb me. But more often than not, he's usually sleeping in the air, and I won't ever kick him out and say, hey, just get out of here. I will just deal with it. But I slept in the recliner for a couple of weeks, and that really did help my back and my backside to get to a place where I was a bit more comfortable. And there were even a couple of times where he would lay out in the recliner next to me, and because it's a recliner here, it's a console in the middle, and then there's another recliner. So I did that, but oh my God, I'm just still trying to get to the point where I'm feeling up to my normal self and doing the normal things in my routine. So guys, I'm going to start creating content again next week and posting as regularly as I possibly can. Getting back to creating content, talking about business, beauty, and enjoyment, and just, you know, sharing a few vlogs here and there. But I'm looking forward to greater things. I know that I am an overcomer, but you cannot be an overcomer unless you go through some things. And I've gone through a lot, so I just believe that great things are on the horizon. When great things do happen, when they do manifest, when they do come to fruition, I will share it with you guys on the channel. I don't believe in sharing things pre-birth, if that's a word. But once it is birthed, then I will share it with you guys here on the platform. But thank you so much for those of you who are subscribed to the Minister of Beauty channel, who have been sticking around, who have been interacting with the content. I want to say that I appreciate you, even if I may not have been as responsive as it. Please just don't hold it against me. It's really just a lot of things that I have been going through, and it makes it really hard for me to interact like I would like to. So when I share, a lot of times I'm sharing and then I have to go and I have to handle other things. But anyway, I've made it through surgery. I am praying that this fourth time will be it. And I'm hopeful that the treatment that my husband will begin getting will be beneficial for him as well as for me, and that we can get to a place where in my business that even though I'm taking more things into my own hands because of positions that I've had to eliminate for the sake of the business, ultimately it will get me to where I believe my business deserves to be, because I can say, and I have written proof to prove it, really good to a lot of people. I have not retaliated against people that have done me wrong. I've got written proof of things that people have done to me, and I didn't retaliate by going after them in court or even going after them in other ways. Like, and I'm just saying, and as well as just people that are really still deserving of being good to, that are still a part of my team and are really showing that they are team players and are there to support me and all of those great things. It is something that really helps me to keep going and to not give up. So guys, that's it. I rambled a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I'll just try to do more regular vlogs, and I may even do a live here and there, a live video here and there. I don't know. I might try it out and see. So if I do, I'll try to post that I will be going live, just to kind of give people a heads up. And if you want to join in, feel free. Or if you want to watch the replay, you can definitely do that also. But guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being a part of the Minister of Beauty journey. And I am Elizabeth. I share the Bible, that's business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment as the Minister of Beauty. So until the next time, I hope you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you got something from this, and let me know if you have any tips, ideas, or suggestions for some of the things that I shared as well.